I didn't put it all the way together. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. Okay, so a famous French author named Victor Hugo, author of Les Miserables, once said, "Music expresses that which cannot be put into words and cannot remain silent." It's very fitting that 2 decades later, a musical would be based off his book, and it would be one of the most successful musicals ever. While the characters were singing about how it's a hard knock life, oh sorry, that's Annie. You know, they would express their emotions through singing, where I express my emotions through playing. I play 5 instruments. I'm learning my 6th one right now. My favorite one is this. It's called the bassoon. It's probably one of the most unusual instruments ever. It's really hard to find anybody who even plays one or even knows what it is. This is the most valuable thing that's like probably in my house. I got it, well, my mom bought it for me the summer before my freshman year. We got it at a music store, a pretty popular music store in Anaheim, and it cost $4,500. And this is one of the cheapest instruments, well, of its kind. So, when I picked it up, I wasn't really sure about it. I was like, okay, this really looks weird. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this. But I instantly loved it. It's amazing. It's not just valuable in price, but it's just valuable to me. Like, it could cost like $100, I would still love it. You know, it's done so much for me. I picked it up because I was going into high school. I already played the flute and clarinet. The director called me up and said, "Hey, you interested in learning another instrument?" I was like, "Always." So he was like, "There's these 2 unusual instruments. One's called the French horn, the other one's called the bassoon." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what either of those are, so I'll get back to you on that." I ended up liking the bassoon more, and actually that was the best choice I've ever made. And it's kind of taught me that I could deal with change, because after this, I picked up the tuba, I picked up pole vaulting, I picked up trombone, I've done so many things with my life because I, switched to this instrument. Which sounds weird, that, this instrument made so many changes in my life, but I don't know. I always kind of knew that, well, for a long time I thought, I'm going to do something in music. I always thought, playing on the flute, but once I started playing on bassoon, I was like, no, never mind the flute, this is awesome. And even though I picked up so many things after that, I'm like, bassoon is still my favorite instrument. I'm pretty sure that's never ever going to change, no matter how many instruments I pick up. This is kind of like, not a turning point, but a transition, from someone who really didn't care about school or grades or learning anything to, in high school I was just eager to learn about everything and anything you put in front of me, weirdly enough. Except math, sorry. I'm bad at math. In high school, I kind of relate to this instrument because in high school, like, it's a hard instrument to find. I was always hard to find in high school because I would either be hiding in the band room practicing, doing homework, reading. It was kind of hard to find me. The bassoon has a wide range. It goes from like one of the lowest notes in the treble clef, the bass clef, all the way to like the top of the staff in the treble clef. It's one of the largest ranges of any instrument. And I kind of have a wide range of interests: music, sports. I really do like getting into anything and everything, really. And I would like to think that we're both, unique in many different aspects. So the bassoon, I just love it because it's unique and it's had just a major influence in my life, and it's made me who I am today.
All right, unfortunately we've run out of time and we still have a couple of people to hear, so we're going to have to bump Giovanna and Katie to Monday. All right, thank you. You got my back covered. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
On Monday. You can watch your speech later this afternoon, though. I'm going to put them up right now.